How can a loving God send people to hell? All right, so that's a common question. I'm going to address that today. I'm going to have to obviously be surface level. Can't get into the deep, theology and digging into the Bible. We'd be here for potentially hours, but I do want to give you a surface level understanding of can a loving God send people to hell? And that's a question that it misunderstands both the love of God and the justice of God. And what I mean by that is, the Bible tells us God is love. We're told that in First John. Yes, he is. But he is also holy. He's also righteous and he's also just. And we're told that in Psalms. A God who does not punish the sin, that's not a good God. Think about a judge who lets murderers go free. Would you say that's a good judge? No. And that's not love, right? That's injustice. So if you put it in perspective that you deal with on a daily basis, that's justice, not injustice. God's justice demands that sin be punished. Romans 6:23 says the wages of sin is death. So, because God is infinitely holy, the punishment for sin against him is also infinite. Hell is an expression of divine justice. It's not cruel, it is just. And just because most people think of, hell as this fiery lake and things like that, hell is separation from the Father. And it's a separation that you chose. So I've heard it said before, and I think it's a beautiful illustration of most people get hell wrong. Hell's doors, hell is a place of torment because it's separation from God. But hell's doors, they're locked from the inside. Why? Because that's what people have chosen. The only people that will be in hell are the people that freely reject God. But here's the beauty of the gospel. That same God who is just, he's also merciful. He made a way of escape for us. He sent his own son to bear the punishment that we deserve. We're told in Isaiah, he was pierced for our transgressions, and with his wounds we are healed. So God doesn't delight in the death of the wicked. We're also told that. He doesn't delight that people are in hell. He calls all people to repent and to believe, but he's also a gift giver of free will. He doesn't want robots. He doesn't want to force us to love him. That's not love anyway. So hell exists not because God is unloving, but because people reject his love, his truth, his son, his gift, the salvation. And C.S. Lewis put it best when he said, in the end, there are only two kinds of people: those who say to God, thy will be done, and those to whom God says, thy will be done. So if someone is sent to hell, they freely choose that. God is not delighting in sending people to hell. Desires that all be saved, but he also is loving. He's also is just, and he gives us that choice ourselves. So I hope that sheds a little light on that question. Have a great rest of your day. God bless you, and I'll see you back next time. Thanks for watching.